In the Quran, every surah has its own beauty and message. One of the most touching surahs is Surah Al Waqiah. Its name, Al Waqiah, means the inevitable event or the day of judgment. This surah is the 56th surah in the Quran, consisting of 96 verses, and was revealed in Mecca. From the very beginning, this surah leads us to a deep reflection on the last day, a day when all worldly certainties will vanish, and only the certainty of Allah will stand firm. This is not just a story, but a powerful reminder that invites us to prepare ourselves. Why is this surah so important? Because it speaks directly about a certainty that every human being will face. Amidst our busy pursuit of the world, sometimes we forget the ultimate goal. Surah Al Waqiah comes as a gentle jolt, a spiritual alarm that awakens us from heedlessness. It reminds us that this life is a short journey, and there will surely be a day of accountability. With beautiful and powerful language, this surah paints a clear picture of what will happen, so we have no reason to say, "I don't know." This surah begins with a statement that leaves no room for doubt. Allah says, "Ija waqatil waqiyah." This sentence is so firm and convincing. It is an opening that immediately draws our attention, forcing us to pause and reflect. The event, when it happens, no one can deny it. This is an absolute truth that transcends all human debate and doubt. This surah invites us to look beyond the transient horizons of the world and gaze at the eternity that awaits. This message is relevant to everyone, anytime, both for those whose faith is strong and for those who are seeking direction. Surah Al Waqiah offers perspective. It gives us a reason to do good, to be patient in difficulties, and to be grateful for all blessings. It teaches that every deed, no matter how small, has weight and will be accounted for. Therefore, understanding this surah is not just about gaining knowledge, but about changing the way we view life and preparing provisions for our eternal journey. One of the central themes in Surah Al Waqiah is the grouping of people into three categories on the Day of Judgment. This is a very clear picture of the outcome of our life choices in the world. The first group is as-sabiqun, those who are foremost in entering paradise. They are the pioneers in goodness, those who strive in obedience to Allah. They are role models, those who are closest to Him. This surah describes their boundless happiness, a fitting reward for their extraordinary sacrifice and faith. The second group is Ashabul Yaman, or the people of the right. They are those who receive their record of deeds with their right hand. This is a sign of happiness and salvation. They are obedient believers who live their lives striving to follow Allah's commands and avoid His prohibitions. Although they may not reach the level of as-sabiqun, they are the happy inhabitants of paradise. This surah depicts beautiful gardens, abundant fruits, and eternal peace awaiting them as a reward for their righteousness and patience. The third group, which serves as a stern warning to all of us, is Ashabul Simal, or the people of the left. They are those who receive their record of deeds with their left hand. This is a sign of regret and suffering. They are those who in the world denied the truth, lived in heedless luxury, and rejected the call to return to God. This surah describes their condition very clearly, in scorching wind and boiling water, and a shade of black smoke that is neither cool nor pleasant. This is a painful reminder of the consequences of wrong choices. This division is not meant to scare us without reason, but to provide us with a clear roadmap. Allah shows us three possible ultimate destinations, and He gives us the freedom to choose which path we will take. By understanding these three groups, we are invited to ask ourselves, in which group do I want to be? This question should guide our every action and daily decision. This is the strongest motivation to continuously strive to be better, to leave the left group and compete towards the right group, even hoping to be among the foremost. After describing the last day, Surah Al Waqiah invites us to reflect on the proofs of Allah's power around us. This surah not only talks about the afterlife, but also connects it with our life in this world. Allah asks us about things we often take for granted. One of the most powerful questions is about creation. Allah says, "Afa ra'aytum ma tumnun." Then tell me about the semen that you emit. This question is simple yet very profound. Who created humans from a drop of semen? Of course, it is Allah. This surah then continues with other reflective questions. Allah asks about what we plant. "A'antum tazru'unahu am nahnu zari'un?" Is it you who makes it grow, or is it we who make it grow? We may plant the seeds, but it is Allah who gives life, sends rain, and makes the plant grow from the soil. This is a reminder that our sustenance, our food, is essentially from Him. Our dependence on Him is absolute, even for things we think are the result of our own efforts. Next, we are invited to think about the water we drink every day. Afara'aytumul malaji tasirabun. Then tell me about the water you drink. Who sends down clear rainwater from the clouds? If Allah wills, He could make it salty. Then who can change it? These questions are designed to open our hearts, to make us realize that every sip of water, every grain of rice, is a direct blessing from Allah. This cultivates deep gratitude and removes arrogance from within us. These verses directly connect Allah's power in creating and providing sustenance with His power to resurrect us on the Day of Judgment. The message is clear. The God who is able to create life from nothingness, grow plants from dead soil, and send down water from the sky, is certainly almighty to resurrect us after death. This strengthens our faith in the day of resurrection, and at the same time teaches us never to worry about sustenance. Because the God who guarantees our life in this world is the same God who will determine our fate in the afterlife. Many hadiths mention the virtues of reciting Surah Al Waqiah. One of the most well-known is that reciting it every night can protect a person from poverty or financial hardship. However, the meaning of sustenance here should not be limited to material things. The promised sustenance is a broader sustenance, peace of mind, contentment or qana'ah, ease in affairs, and blessings in life. When we reflect on its verses that remind us that only Allah is the provider, our hearts become calm. We no longer worry excessively about the world, because we trust in the guarantee of the most rich. Making it a habit to recite Surah Al Waqiah every day is a very valuable spiritual exercise. It is a way to start or end our day with a strong reminder of our life's purpose. When we recite it, we are as if taking a short journey to the last day, seeing the rewards of the righteous and the consequences for the heedless. This imaginary journey helps to realign our priorities. The worldly busyness that once felt so great and urgent suddenly becomes small compared to the eternity that awaits. The Quran as a whole is a guide and a healer. Connecting with it, including with Surah Al Waqiah, is the best way to find answers to our anxieties. In this fast-paced and uncertain era, we need a strong foothold. That foothold is the word of Allah. Don't just read it, but try to understand its meaning, reflect on its message, and apply it in life. Start small. Read one verse, understand its meaning, and let the message sink into your heart. Slowly but surely, we will feel the change. Let us make interaction with the Quran a daily necessity, just as we need food and drink. Surah Al Waqiah is one of the beautiful gateways to begin this journey. It teaches us about faith, hope, and consequences. It cultivates gratitude and trust in Allah. Hopefully, by reciting it regularly, we will not only be kept away from worldly poverty, but more importantly, we will be saved from destitution in the afterlife, and be grouped with Ashabul Yamin, or even As-Sabiqun. Inshallah.